weird, but that's because I think I'm getting sick. It's hurting pretty bad, but wanted to go ahead and get a rebuild going this morning. So today we're doing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers realistic rebuild, and this team has a lot of pieces, man. They went 7-9 last year. Um, Jameis Winston had one of the weirdest seasons I've ever seen by a quarterback. Led the yards and led led in passing yards in the NFL, 5,100 yards, 33 touchdowns. But look at this, guys, 30 interceptions. That's crazy. And he was sacked 47 times. So, but I mean, it's very interesting season there. I mean, he has these moments where he looks so good as a quarterback, and then he has these moments where he looks like he's a third string. I mean, honestly. And then Ronald Jones, they had a weird 1-2 punch here, which not bad, I guess. But, I mean, Ronald Jones isn't the future. I mean, he can be a good backup for us, but that's all I see him ever being. Receiving, Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, in my opinion, best receiving duo in the league. You got the speed in Godwin, you got the height in Evans, the jump ball ability. And then they also have O.J. Howard, but they don't want to use him correctly. So, I mean, they have one of the best offenses in the league. Um, I mean, that doesn't have a running game. So, I mean, we got two excellent tight ends. And then the receivers, like I said, are great. Defensively last year, Shaq Barrett had 22 and a half sacks. Did he really have 22? That's weird because I'm pretty sure he only had 19. He didn't break Strahan's record. There's no way. Honestly, I don't know. Pierre Paul had 9.5, 9 for Carl Nassib. Interceptions, Jamil Dean. He looked good in his rookie season. So I mean, there's definitely some talent to play with on this team. This team was second in offense, 16th in defense, but I think they had like an insane number for sacks, right? Was it sacks that they had a lot of sacks in? They had 47 sacks and had a really good run defense. I think it was the run defense. They were like really good against the run, yeah. They were number one in the NFL against the run. So, uh, good defense. I mean, honestly, just a few pieces in the secondary, and I mean, I think this team is golden. So, but let's see the signings here. We're definitely bringing back Shaq Barrett. Shaq Barrett's one of the best pass rushers in the league. I'm hoping he wasn't just like a one-year wonder because he was so good. Ndamukong Suh, I'm going to let him walk. Jameis Winston. Hold on. Let's see what else we got here. We don't really have anything to bring back. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give Winston an offer that he will not take, that he'll probably say no to, and then we're just going to franchise tag him. So, yeah, let's go ahead and franchise tag Jameis Winston and let everyone else go to free agency. And we're either going to draft a quarterback to sit behind Winston for a year, or if he's good enough, I mean, let's say Joe Burrow or Justin Herbert or Tua falls to 14. We're going to take one of those guys and probably trade Winston for a future first. So, let's go ahead and see. Before we get into free agency, let's see what cuts we can make. Ryan Griffin, really don't need you on the team. You're taking up almost $2 million per cap. Ronald Jones. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. My throat is just killing me. O.J. Howard. I'm going to keep him because our offense is going to use him right. So, Donovan Smith got such a big contract. That's ridiculous. Ali Marpet is good. Ryan Jensen for 10 million. Can we trade him right now to get younger? Cincinnati could probably use an offensive lineman, so they can give us our second. If they can give us their second, yeah, it's not gonna happen. What if we got your second and we threw in like a 4 and a 5? That's fair. All right. So we get Ryan Jensen's money off the books. This offensive line's bad, man. I'm gonna go ahead and cut Donovan Smith. I know we don't have much there, but I don't care. We're gonna cut him. He's not gonna make 14 million off of us. William Golson, another guy. Just I'm not gonna keep him around. I mean, there's no reason to. Vita Vea, probably one of our best players on defense other than Devin White. Anthony Nelson, I mean, he's a good, solid player, but he's never going to be anything more than a backup. Levante David, this is actually someone I can get some value for. Yeah, let's go ahead and trade away Levante David. I know he's an 86, but he's going to start regressing, so... the Chargers could really benefit. Chiefs, Colts. Let's send them to a contender that needs a linebacker like right now. I think the Packers are the perfect fit because they need linebacker bad. So if they'll give us their first round pick, oh, cap room. Could get Jamal Williams. See what they. Let's see who's making some money here. I'm not taking Jimmy Graham. Lane Taylor. I guess he can be a cap casualty. Just got him. Ooh. We'll trade our 6. I'm not worried about our 6. So Levante David and a 6 to the Packers for a first round pick this year, and Lane Taylor. Lane Taylor isn't going to be on this team, so we'll go ahead and cut him. There we go. So Levante David's contract is off the books. We also have Kendall Beckwith, who's, I mean, I guess is a serviceable backup middle linebacker, number 2. Maybe we can develop him. Carlton Davis, good corner here in Sean Murphy-Bunting, Jamil Dean, and MJ Stewart. So our corners, I'm just going to rock it out this season. I'm going to let them develop, see what we can get. Mike Edwards from Kentucky, 71, 24 years old. Maybe we can develop him. Jordan Whitehead, another player we can develop. Justin Evans. Kicker, we have Matt Gay. And punter, we have Bradley Pinion. So, I mean, this is a good roster, man. Full of young talent, especially now that we got some of the older players off of our team. So, let's see who we can bring in. Could bring in Chris Jones and put him on the edge. That'd be an interesting move. Because we are playing a 3-4. Eric Armstead could be off the edge. That would be interesting. Demarius Randall. Leonard Williams. He makes a lot of sense. We'll go ahead and bring in Leonard Williams. And then Michael Brockers. He's old. Javon Hargrave. Could bring him in for a few seasons to play the other position across from Leonard Williams. Because he is a speed rusher. Yeah, we'll go ahead and bring in Javon Hargrave. Taking him from the, I believe, the Saints. I believe. 99 total points. We'll go with that. Dak Prescott is here. David Onyemata. Corey Littleton, don't need him. I think that's all we're going to bring in free agency, honestly. Jack Conklin, that is a player I do want to get. Going to offer him a 5-year deal. We're paying him big time money. We need him. So there we go. And yeah, that's going to be it for our free agency signings. I think we can get all 3 of these guys. That'd be nice. And Leonard Williams rejects. But Javon Hargrave does accept. So let's go ahead and put Javon Hargrave at rush right in. I'm putting him at right in. Leonard Williams would have been nice. So yeah, he would have filled that position perfectly. Where is Kendall Beckwith? There we go. Okay, so corners are good. Safeties, I might just let them develop. Do need a left outside linebacker. A 3rd receiver is needed. Offensive line, definitely gotta look at that. Because Ali Marpet and Jack Conklin are the only good players we have on there. O.J. Howard, running back. So running back, offensive line, 3rd receiver, probably safety, and left outside linebacker, and a D lineman. So let's go ahead and import 2020 draft. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. But yeah, if we draft the quarterback, we're definitely getting rid of Jameis. He just wouldn't make sense to keep around long term. I mean, I like Jameis Winston, but I just think he's just too erratic in his play sometimes. You know, like, I mean, he looks, like I said before, man, he looks so good most of the time, and then he just falls back down. It's just sad to see. And we pick at number 13. So we shall see what's here. Good look offensive line. Javon Kinlaw. Could be an interesting player. Could have him at one of the end spots. Because he's really good off the edge. Look at that. Power moves and finesse moves. J.K. Dobbins. Do need a running back. Jonathan Taylor. DeAndre Swift is here. I'm gonna go Javon Kinlaw, and we're gonna put him at one of the defensive line spots. So Javon Kinlaw should just be a plug and play player, and that'll complete our defensive line for now. And then we do have that pick from the Packers. So running back, Jonathan Taylor, J.K. Dobbins, Henry Ruggs is here. Curtis Weaver could play left outside linebacker. I think that's the pick. We're going to go Curtis Weaver, put him on the left outside linebacker. So there we go. And we're going to have the first pick of the 2nd round. So hopefully there's a running back here still available. Jonathan Taylor is still here. Henry Ruggs is still here. Tyler Biadasz is still here. Neville Gallimore. Brandon Jones. Shaim Carter. Oh man. I'm gonna bring in Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor is gonna be the pick. And we have the 13th pick of the 2nd round as well. Do need to go offensive line with this pick, probably. Jacob Eason is here, but we took him in the Las Vegas Raiders last rebuild, I think. Malaria Jackson is here. Trey Adams is here. Austin Jackson, John Gernard, Shane Muamax. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Ashton Davis, Tommy Kramer. Makai Becton. I think I'm gonna go with we'll go Shane Muamax here, a guard. And he's a 74 overall, so perfect pick. So he's probably going to play right guard. Now we definitely need a center. Center is definitely going to be a need. TJ McCoy. We'll go Darrell Williams here. And 70 overall. So now we have Conklin, Marpet, Shane Muamax, and Darrell Williams. So just need a tackle. And we don't have any picks remaining. Okay. I forgot that we traded so many draft picks. But overall, I think we had a good draft. We didn't get a third receiver. But let's check out this team now after the draft. Jack Conklin's definitely going to play left tackle. Because we have nothing to play at right tackle. I'd rather have Conklin. I'd rather have a guy that can protect our blind side than on the right side. So our interior is young and it's good. Conklin. All we need is a right tackle. Which I think we'll go ahead and start Alex Kappa at right tackle. OJ Howard, Cameron Brate. Could possibly trade for a right tackle with free $6 million. Jonathan Taylor is going to be our new starting running back. Is this Sharif Miller? Scotty Miller. So he's a 69 overall. I guess he could be our slot guy. Defense, Javon Kinlaw is going to move to left end. And then we're going to move Curtis Weaver up to left outside linebacker. So yeah, Curtis Weaver's going to play left outside. I mean, our defense is pretty good now. So we got Curtis Weaver, Devin White, Kendall Beckwith, Shaq Barrett, Mike Edwards, Jordan Whitehead, Carlton Davis, Sean Murphy-Bunton, Jamil Dean, Jamon Hargrave, Vita Vea, Jamon Kinlaw. So our defense is really young. Slot corner, Jamil Dean. Everything looks pretty good. Put Jonathan Taylor there. And yeah, I think we're going to trade Cameron Brate for like a right tackle. Because we need an offensive tackle. Let's go ahead and see what's available. Ty Nsekhe. Excuse me. Cameron Irving. Lamar Gillard. Austin Ryder. Wyatt Teller. Yeah, there's no offensive line. We'll just go with what we got. Let's go to schemes. Vertical zone run looks good. 3-4 under. Yeah, we're definitely going to go with that base 3-4. And we'll just go ahead and simulate to the mid-season mark. But we did forget about Cameron Brate. Go ahead and trade Cameron Brate real quick, because we don't need him on the team. So Cincinnati, Buffalo, Denver, Cleveland, Arizona. Arizona could use him. Take a third for him. Cap room doesn't match up. Cowboys, -2 mil. Dolphins, they could use them for whatever reason. take a late second there. We'll go ahead and give you our fourth. And I guess that'd put us between the minimum to go and get a player back. Just take Miles Gaskin. There we go. So we get a second Miles Gaskin in return for Cameron Brate and a fourth. So let's go ahead and sim to the midseason mark now. I think this team definitely has the ability to possibly make a run at it. And we are 5-3 at the midseason mark, so not bad at all. Players ready to negotiate. Chris Godwin, for sure, want to bring him back. So we get him back. O.J. Howard, yes. I don't think the Bucs will bring him back in real life, but he's a good player to develop on Madden. Jameis Winston, we'll see how he is. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and spend some of our Coach XP. We'll go DBs because we got a lot of youth at DB. Our whole defense is really young. So here we go. Let's go ahead and sim to the playoffs. We're on pace to make it, so maybe Jameis Winston can stay. And we don't make the playoffs. We finish 9-7. It's kind of disappointing, but Jameis Winston, almost 4,300 yards, 27 touchdowns, only 7 picks. So he went from 30 to 7 in one season. That's not bad at all. Running the ball. Why wasn't Jonathan Taylor the starter? I have no idea why Jonathan Taylor wasn't the starter, but he got 13 touchdowns. Jones had 8. I mean, I guess all collective as a unit. Receiving, Mike Evans had 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. Chris Godwin had 920 and 8. Scotty Miller had 821 and 4. O.J. Howard 604. Jonathan Taylor 430 and 1. I wish he would have gotten a start, but Devin White 113 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks, 2 picks. That might be Defensive Player of the Year. 8.5 sacks for Javon Hargrave, 6 for Shaq Barrett, 4.5 for Devin White, 3 for Curtis Weaver, 2 for Vita Vea. Javon Kinlaw only had 1 sack. That's kind of disappointing. Interceptions, got 3 for Jamil Dean, 2 there for Devin White, 2 for Murphy Button, 2 for Mike Edwards, and a couple of singles here. Curtis Weaver had a pick. Forced fumbles, Devin White, Carlton Davis, Kendall Beckwith, Justin Evans. Recovered one of those, Devin White. Safeties, touchdowns, no touchdowns or safeties. So 11th in offense. Defense was 16th. So Buffalo went 15-1, and Josh Allen won the MVP. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Aaron Rodgers of the 7-9 Packers. Jameis at 9. Defensive Player of the Year went to Fred Warner. Devin White at number 6. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Tua Tagovailoa. Jonathan Taylor in at 3. I guarantee if he would have started, he would have won it. Xavier McKinney wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Curtis Weaver at 6. None of the Bucs. Best quarterback, best running back, best receiver, best O-line, best D-lineman, linebacker, best DB. Okay, so we didn't win any awards, really. So let's go ahead and sim to the offseason. We'll go ahead and upgrade our players. I don't know what I want to do with Jameis Winston, honestly. He had a good year. We went 9-7. barely missed the playoffs because of a competitive division. So, and that was just the first season. So, I mean, I think maybe can possibly bring him back. I don't know though. What would be the franchise tag? We got plenty of money. We'll just go franchise tag route again. And franchise tag him. Kendall Beckwith. I think we could find better in free agency, so we're going to let Beckwith walk. Simulate to free agency. We have 49 million. George Kittle is here. Maybe I shouldn't have brought back O.J. Howard. Keanu New is here. Kareem Hunt. Will Fuller. Samson Ebicom. David Njoku. Dante Fowler. Carl Lawson is here. Carl Lawson. Nah. No one really here I want. Raekwon McMillan, since we want a 3-4, let's go ahead and bring in Raekwon. 6-year deal. Go ahead and give him a large contract. Him and Devin White would be an incredible pairing. Yeah, I think we'll bring in Keanu Neal. Get him from a division rival. I don't know if we're going to get him on that contract, but it's worth a shot. And Raekwon McMillan rejects, and so does Keanu Neal. That sucks. Yeah, there's not much here. Samson Ebicom, I just don't want to bring him in. So we did the Rams rebuild the other day. Kevin King would be interesting, but I think we're good at corner, developing our guys. Xavier Woods, Chuck Clark. I'd be willing to bring in Xavier Woods on like a 3-year deal. That's solid. He's a good safety, so, and he's not getting any offers. Receiver John Ross. We'll wait on that. Any offensive linemen? Hey, hold up for a second. Shane Lomax, okay. So right tackle is all we really need. On the offensive line. Defensive line is good. It's young. Linebacking core is good. Corner's good. We're bringing in Xavier Woods. Chuck Clark. Do I want to offer him a deal? We'll go ahead and bring in Chuck Clark. I mean, why not? Alright, we're not going to get him. I'm not paying that much for Chuck Clark. So maybe we'll get Xavier Woods. And we do get Xavier Woods. Here's a 5th-year option. See who this is on. Vita Vea. Definitely want to bring him back. And let's just sim to the draft, see what's there. We'll see what we got in terms of draft picks. And we pick at 18. So, see if there's any players here worth trading up for. Levon McCray, mid-first round talent. Michael McKenzie from Ole Miss, he looks really good. Kenya Capers, looks pretty good. Quarterback here, Kerry Harris from Louisville. Right end here. No players I'm really looking to trade up for here. This guy looks incredible. Okay, I think we might trade up for this guy, Thurman Clemens. We'll try and trade up with the Eagles or the Jets. I think the Jets will be easier to trade up with here. So, go ahead and do this. They need D tackle, quarterback, and corner. You want MJ Stewart, and then we'll give you one of our seconds and a fifth. That's not gonna go through. Don't think we have any receivers. Scotty Miller. That's not gonna work. Got quarterback Jameis Winston. What does the Eagles need? Wide receiver. So maybe they want Scotty Miller. Probably not though. Oh, they do. A second and Scotty Miller almost goes through. So let's go ahead and give them our 5. So a 2, a 5, and Scotty Miller for the 4th overall pick. Kind of finessed them on that trade. So we got to get this safety though. There goes Kenyon Capers. Levon McRae goes to the Lions. Please, no strong safety here to the Redskins, thank goodness. And we're going to get our player. We're going to get Mr. Thurman Clemens here from Ole Miss. And he's a 77 overall, ranked number 2 in the class. We took him at number 4. So him and Xavier Woods, we just fixed our safety tandem. So there we go. And we do pick at number 18. Maybe there's a quarterback. Kerry Harris is still here. Don't really need... Maybe we do need a defensive to move him to the end. Mid first round. I think this guy was early first. Guy's an early first round talent. Do need a middle linebacker too. This guy looks good. Late first round player. Raheem Gross. We'll wait on him though. We got another stud right outside linebacker out here in the 3rd. Just chilling. Late first round talent there. Need a right tackle. Is there a right tackle available? No. Doesn't look like it. Oh, this guy looks like he's got the height of a right tackle. Receiver. This guy looks pretty good. He's a late 2nd round talent though. This guy, mid 2nd round talent in the 5th. It's tough. Kerry Harris could be the pick here, honestly. I mean, any corners worth taking? No. Shoot, man. There's not many players I want to take in this class. We'll just go with the quarterback here, Kerry Harris. And he's a 76 hidden development. Ranked number 10 in the class. We drafted him at 18, so maybe he's our franchise quarterback now. And we can finally get rid of Jameis Winston. There's this receiver here. I'd rather take that. Did we put anyone on our draft board? We did. Here's this middle linebacker. We're going to go with this middle linebacker, Raheem Ross. 73 hidden. He's going to be our middle linebacker too, so that's a great pick. Great value. And hopefully that receiver is still there. I don't know if he'll be there though. If not, we'll just trade Jameis Winston for a receiver. He is there, so go ahead and take him. 69 overall normal dev. So let's just go ahead and send to the end of the draft. I think we had a good draft. Got our future quarterback. Got a great strong safety to pair with Xavier Woods and our young secondary. So, yeah, this team's looking good. Let's go ahead and check out our depth chart. Yeah. What's his name? Kerry Harris. Yeah, let's go ahead and move him up to number 1. Offensive line, right tackle is definitely a need. It's definitely going to be a need. Third receiver is definitely a need. And defense is good. So, Clemens is going to be a beast. So, yeah, let's go ahead and see what we can get for Jameis Winston. Maybe we can trade Jameis Winston the second and a future first for like an offensive lineman and a wide receiver. Right tackle, Cody Ford, Juwan James, Austin Jackson, Chiefs, Lucas Nying, nah. Falcons, nah. Don't really have that much options to choose from. Really don't. Robert Hunt. We can try him out from the Ravens, and then what do they have at wide receiver? Bring in Miles Boykin, I guess. So Robert Hunt, Miles Boykin. We can give you. They don't even need Jameis Winston. It's not gonna work. Saints. I think their right tackle is Ryan Ramczyk. Yeah, it is. They don't have any backup. I have no receivers. Josh, was that tight end or receiver? I didn't even look at the receiver. T. Higgins, Tyler Johnson. They have Tyler Johnson. We'll take him. We'll go and give you Jameis Winston. I know this is in division, but I'm not too worried because Jameis Winston isn't very good. So, can you give us Tyler Johnson in a future second? They're not going to be able to afford him. The only thing bad about this is a lot of teams won't be able to afford them. Cincinnati, no. Cleveland, Arizona, Chiefs, Colts. Colts could afford them. Well, they got a receiver. Laviska Shenault, Marquise Lee, Brandon Ayuk. I don't want to trade for Marquise Lee, though. I think we're just going to get Trent Cohen, and then I guess we'll take on Marquise Lee for however long, and we'll trade a second and a second again. And the trade is accepted, so we get an upgrade of right tackle and we get a receiver, so not too bad. So Marquise Lee's going to play in the slot. Now our offensive line is looking pretty good. Kerry Harris could be starting at quarterback. I mean, the team is good, man. I mean, we got playmakers all across the line. Here's our rookie linebacker we took in the second or third, Raheem Gross, South Carolina. We took Thurman Clemens in the first round. We traded up to get him. Defensive line stays the same. Vita Vea, Javon Kinlaw, Javon Hargrave, Carlton Davis, Sean Murphy-Bunting, and Jamil Dean. Brought in Xavier Woods in free agency. I think that was the only free agency signing that we had. But yeah, man, this team's looking pretty solid. We're going to move Jonathan Taylor up there. There you go. Jamil Dean starting on the slot. Everything looks pretty good. Yeah. Everything's looking really good. Let's go ahead and spend some Coach XP. Probably want to go linebacker here. Yeah, we'll go linebacker. And let's go ahead and spend some not some Coach XP, but some player upgrades. And let's send them to the midseason mark. We didn't even check our scheme. Make sure that that is good. 87 vertical zone. Yeah, nothing's better. Base 3-4 is still really good. And then offensively, I'm going to change the playbook here. We're going to go with New Orleans offense, Tampa Bay defense. Tampa Bay's defense played really good last year, so just going to keep rocking with that. And let's see. Actually, you know what? We're going to change it to Pittsburgh's defense. Our Pittsburgh's defense is pretty good, so I'm just trying to get this team to the playoffs because we were 9-7, barely missed out last year, and I think we have a better team this year. So, I mean, we at least should. But you never know with Madden. You know, they like to sit there and say, "Oh, you don't have a better team than last year. You're going to go 2-14 this year." And we lost to the Dolphins 24-21 in Week 8. We are 3-4. Falcons are 6-2. Panthers are 4-3. So another year of competitive division. Go ahead and check out the devs on these players. So a star for our quarterback. That's not terrible. That's not terrible at all. I don't think there was any more offensive players that had anything. This guy's a superstar, Clemens is, so that'll work. Gross is a star, so I mean, didn't do great other than the safety pick with development trades, but that's okay. Players to negotiate. Carlton Davis, definitely want to bring him back. So we'll sign him up for a 6-year deal. I mean, it's been nice with these young corners. We haven't even had to touch really anything on the secondary. Other than safeties, Ronald Jones, no. Jordan Whitehead, no. MJ Stewart, no. So no free agents to really sign, so that's definitely nice. It's going to upgrade our players here. And we will probably send them to the playoffs. Yeah, let's go ahead and send them to the playoffs. Hopefully we make them. If we don't, we'll just keep going for next year. But, I mean, I think that this team has really improved. So, and we don't make the playoffs. We finished 7-9. Again, competitive division. 4,200 passing yards, 34 touchdowns, 12 picks from our rookie Kerry Harris. Russian, Jonathan Taylor had 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns. Ronald Jones, almost 305. Receiving, Mike Evans had 1,004. O.J. Howard had 905 and 9. Almost 900 yards and 8 for Chris Godwin. And almost 705 for Marquise Lee. Jonathan Taylor had 500 yards and 2 touchdowns. Defensively, quarterback sacks on the year, 7 from Hargrave, 5.5 from Vita Vea, 5.5 from Kinlaw, 4.5 for Devin White, 4.5 from Curtis Weaver, 2 from Raheem Gross. He had a lot of tackles too. Interceptions, 4 from Sean Murphy-Bunting, 2 from Devin White, 1 from Jamil Dean, and Thurman Clemens. Forced fumbles, we had 2 here. Any defensive touchdowns, we had none. So, 10th in offense. Our offense was really good again. And defense was 20th. Yearly awards, MVP goes to Matt Ryan. No Buccaneers. NFC, Offensive Player of the Year, Matt Ryan. No Bucs. Gary Harris was in there at 10, actually. Defensive Player of the Year, Khalil Mack. Devin White comes in at number 6. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Kerry Harris. That's what I like to see. And Kai Pearson. I don't know who that is. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Levon McCray, the middle linebacker. And then Raheem Gross was right there too. Clemens at number 4. So I don't think we won any other awards. Best running back, best receiver, no. Yeah, we didn't win anything else. So let's just go ahead and simulate to the off season. I mean, kind of a down year, but I mean we had a new quarterback, kind of all gelling together. So, but overall, I think this team's really good. So, go ahead and upgrade our players here. Marquise Lee, I'm not gonna keep around. I know I'm not gonna keep Marquise Lee around. So let's see if we can go ahead and trade him. See if there's some players we can trade. Yeah, Marquise Lee. Javon Hargrave is getting up there in age. Really no one else I want to trade. So Marquise Lee, the Bears need a receiver, so they give us a second. Almost. We'll give them our third. So Marquise Lee and a third. I mean, there's really nothing we gotta upgrade. Honestly, I mean, this team is really good, so. Jair Alexander's here. I mean, technically we could use him. Devontae Adams is here. Ooh, that'd be huge with him, Evans, and Goblin. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. We had the best receiving core ever. We're paying him big money. We doing that. Machino Nabuzu, Michael Gallup. We do need a backup running back, but I'm not really wanting to address that right now. Justin Jackson, I guess, can be our backup. Go ahead and bring him in on a 2-year deal. Receiver, any offensive tackles? Colton Miller. Really nothing we really need. Marcus Davenport. I do want to bring in Jair Alexander, but yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Let's bring in Jair Alexander. And I think our team would be good to go. So, and Devontae Adams accepts, Jair Alexander accepts, and Justin Jackson accepts. So let's go ahead and simulate to the draft. Like I said, not a lot of needs we have, so. And we do have pick 16, so let's go ahead and simulate there and see what's available. We're just gonna take the best player available. This running back looks really good. Don't need a running back though. Got this D tackle, late first round. There's not a lot of players here. Late first round. Defensive end. Don't really need that. Oh yeah, the value is not here for sure. The left outside linebacker. There's gotta be good tackles in this class, right? There's this guy in the 7th. He's a mid first rounder. We're just gonna go with him. I mean, why not? It's 71 overall normal development. So I mean, that was kind of a reach. But honestly, at this point, we're just taking best player available. Wide receiver, Marion Vernon. Don't need a receiver, but I mean, Taking best player available is never a bad thing. No safeties. Corners. No corners. This linebacker looks really good. I think this guy looks good. I'm going to take him. Malcolm Langford, 68 normal development. Just get more depth on the team. And I think that'll be our last pick. So, not a good draft. I mean, kind of reached on a right tackle, but I mean, at where we were in the value, I think that was a fair pick. So, I don't know if he'll start or not. I think that Cohen guy isn't bad. Yeah, Cohen's going to keep starting there. And then, I mean, our receiving core is awesome. So, defense, lot to work with here. Brought in Jerry Alexander, even though we didn't really need him. But, I mean, we could trade Jamil Dean for an offensive lineman now that we don't need him. I think that's exactly what we'll do. So let's go ahead and advance a week. I think honestly we're just one player away, really. Yeah, so let's go ahead and trade Jamel Dean. Cincinnati. They need a right tackle too, so that's not good. Cleveland. They need a right tackle. Arizona. Here they have a right tackle. Austin Jackson. He's allowed a lot of sacks though. Chiefs. Mitchell Schwartz. See if we can get Mitchell Schwartz. Jamal Dean. And then we'll give up third. Feature second. I mean, he's worth it. So, Mitchell Schwartz is the newest member of the Buccaneers. So, I mean, this team is rocking and rolling now, man. Got Mitchell Schwartz, Lil Max, Darrell Williams, Ali Marpet, Jack Conklin, O.J. Howard, Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jackson, Kerry Harris, I forget his name. And then on defensive line, Javon Kinlaw, Vita Vea, Javon Hargrave, Jerry Alexander, Carlton Davis, Sean Murphy-Bunton, Xavier Woods, Clemens, Weaver, Light, Gross, Barrett. I mean, this team is stacked. So, yeah, we're all good. We're ready to go ahead and simulate after we see what the schemes are looking like. We're 70 vertical zone run, 70 vertical power run. So yeah, we'll stick in the zone run. Base 3-4 still looks really good. Let's go Denver. Denver's defense. And then I guess we'll go one more year in New Orleans offense. So let's go ahead and sim to the midseason. We have hella weapons. This is probably one of the best teams I've ever built, so hopefully we make a playoff run. Hopefully a Super Bowl run. That's always the expectation. We're 6-1 at the midseason mark, so that's big time. This is the third season, so Joshua Garnett, Devin White's going to be a player I want to bring back for sure. Vita Vea, another player. And he accepts that. Sean Murphy-Bunton is the last player I want to bring back. And we're not going to have any cap room for the fourth and final season, but we won't really need it. So let's go ahead and spend some coach XP real quick. Defensive line, offensive line. And then we'll go increased weekly XP. And let's see if we can make the playoffs. We're 6-1 right now, so unless a big time collapse, we should make the playoffs and be one of the top seeds. Saints are 6-1 behind us. Falcons 4-4. So hopefully win some games down the stretch. I'm hoping we make the playoffs. If we don't, that would be sad. And we get a first round bye. Let's go. We just got beat the Saints in week 17. We go 12-4. Stats on the year: Kerry Harris, 4,000 yards, 31 touchdowns, 11 picks. Running the ball, Jonathan Taylor had his best season, 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns. Justin Jackson, 300 yards, 7 touchdowns. Receiving, it was a collective effort, man. Almost 900 yards from Godwin, almost 900 yards from Adams, almost 900 yards for Evans, 8, 4, and 7. O.J. Howard had almost 800 yards, 8 touchdowns. Justin Jackson was good. Jonathan Taylor did pretty good in the receiving game. Defensively, Devin White had 101 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, a sack, and a pick. Sacks on the year: 11 for Javon Hargrave, 9.5 for Curtis Weaver, 9 from Shaquille Barrett, 6.5 from Kinlaw, 4.5 from Vita Vea. Raheem Gross had 2.5. Also had 3 picks. Picks on the year: 3 from Raheem Gross, led the team, 2 for Carlton Davis, 2 for Thurman Clemens, 2 for Alexander, a pick for Devin White and Sean Murphy Bunting. Forced fumbles, had quite a few actually. So 4, 5, 6, 7 fumbles, and we recovered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So that's big time. Defensive touchdowns, had none again. 4th in offense. Defensively was 8th. So yeah, we're pretty good, man. MVP of the year goes to Deshaun Watson. No Bucs. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Saquon Barkley. Kerry Harris at 9. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Aaron Donald. Raheem Gross there at 10. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Kyrie Barton on the Redskins. No Bucs. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Michael Peters for the Redskins. And Jaheimick Russell for our team at number 8. So I don't know who he is, but we made the playoffs, so we went 12-4. So let's go ahead and sim a week and see what we're doing. Chicago Bears, 8-8 Bears, so we should beat them, but you never know. Running back, training boost, wide receiver. We'll go running back for the playoffs for Jonathan Taylor. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop in this game here. This is the 3rd season, but might not get this opportunity next year. So I'm gonna wear the creamsicles. We're gonna wear the creamsicle uniforms. I love the creamsicle uniforms. I know it's like looking at them, and when you say creamsicle orange, I mean that's just, you wouldn't really consider that a football color. But like, I don't know, I guess it's because it's such a classic uniform, you know. And it's like the only team to ever have that color orange in their uniforms. I mean, Denver has their orange, but it's like I wouldn't say a burnt orange, but like this is like a bright orange. It's really interesting. And 7-0 lead, 14-0 lead, 21-0 lead. So we're getting out. We're getting out of here pretty early here. 28-3, 28-10, 35-10. We're scoring on every possession. Alright, 35-13. And it looks like we're going to score again. 38-13, 38-16. And that's the game. So we're going to the NFC Championship. Our quarterback on the day threw for 265 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. De'Aaron King always goes to the Bears and balls out. Jonathan Taylor had 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. Receiving, Mike Evans had 76 yards and a touchdown. Chris Godwin, 67 yards. Devontae Adams was kind of shut down, only 19 yards for him, but we didn't even look at the defensive stats. Let's go to Bucs. Sacks. We had a sack from Devin White and a couple of half sacks. 2 picks, Devin White and Jair Alexander. And then forced fumbles, we had Xavier Woods with a recovery and no touchdowns. So 38-16, we're heading to the NFC Championship. This is one of the best offenses I've ever put together, so that'll definitely probably be the thumbnail. And here we go. Let's see who we're playing in the conference championship. Seattle. The only team that we've actually had a successful rebuild with so far in the rebuild series, Seattle. If you haven't watched that video, go ahead and check it out, and go to the realistic rebuilds playlist. We have, I think this is the 6th one, so go ahead and check out the playlist. We're currently like 1-4 on the rebuild so far, so if we can get to 2-4, be nice. So we usually alternate. We usually do a AFC team, then an NFC, and then just keep alternating them. So I think that's kind of more of a fun thing to do. You don't want to do like 3 NFC teams in a row, because, I mean, just kind of be, So here we go, NFC Championship time. We are up 7-0, and they drive down the field at 7-7, 10-7. They score a touchdown, and we get a touchdown, 17-14. Now it's tied up. Seattle scores a field goal, 20-17. We're up 24-20. They're up 27-24, and they get the ball back, and they're up by 10. We'll go ahead and come in here, and we'll see what we can do. Howard's probably going to be the guy. Yep, O.J. Howard. Don't you love that sound in this year's Madden, the little zip on the ball? It's like, whew. I love that for some reason. Alright, so this play's working, so we'll keep doing it. O.J. Howard. I don't care if I'm spamming the play. We're not out here to really play. We're just building the team, but we're definitely trying to get to the Super Bowl. So anything it takes. That was a terrible throw, and that's going to be a pick 6. Damn. Alright. We'll go ahead and simulate the rest of the game, man. Just kind of see what we do. And they're running up the score on us. So 48-32 is the final score in the NFC Championship. Fall to the Seahawks. Our quarterback balled out. 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. One of those was for me. 366 yards. Running the ball. Jonathan Taylor didn't do much. O.J. Howard had a big game. Mike Evans. Jonathan Taylor did good out of the backfield. Defensively, Javon Hargrave had a sack. Half a sack there from Curtis Weaver. Didn't get any turnovers, so, I mean, not great. I'm hoping we do good next year, too. That might have been our only opportunity to get a Super Bowl, but I gotta quit jumping into these games. I feel like I'm like ruining our momentum. Players to negotiate. I don't think there's gonna be anyone here. Bradley Pinion, I guess I'll bring him back. He's a good punter for the 6 years. I don't even think we're gonna have money. Oh, we do. So we bring him back. We're gonna have to find a new kicker. Matt Gay was there too. And we're definitely not going to have anything to spend in free agency, so go ahead and simulate to the draft. I have a low first round pick. Yeah, pick 30. See what's here at pick 30. What do we need? Offensive line's good. Receivers good, obviously. Everything's good. Who's this left outside linebacker? Early first round talent. The corner. I think that left outside linebacker is probably going to be the pick. Yeah. Unless we can get a tackle here, which there's no tackles that look pretty good. So we're going to get this left outside linebacker. He's an early first round talent, 76 heading. So I don't know what we're really going to do with him, but I do need to draft a kicker because I don't think we have a kicker on roster. So, I mean, a good first round pick. I just don't know what we're going to do with him. Unless Shaquille Barrett is, like, not really that good anymore. And he regressed. Kicker, yeah. Let's go kicker. Unless there's another player that just looks really good. AD tackle, it looks good. This guy looks pretty good. Mid-second. Could use a backup defensive tackle. We'll go with this guy, Peyton Steele, 68. We needed a backup defensive tackle, so I'm fine with that pick. And we're definitely going to take a kicker here, and that'll probably be it for the draft. Who is here? This guy looks like he had the best combine. Grant Westerman, 69 overall. His kick accuracy is shit, but can't always get lucky. We'll go ahead and assimilate to the end of the draft. This is a Super Bowl team, so my voice is gonna sound so weird on the recording because like I don't know what is going on. I think I'm sick. So Shaq Barrett's still doing good, so I don't know what to do with Escobar. Honestly. Yeah, there's nothing we can put him at. Specialist, Jerry Alexander. We're just gonna let them rock with whatever they want to do. And our playbooks and scheme is good, so I'm not gonna worry too much about that. So we can spend Coach XB wise. I don't think there's gonna be anything. No. Maybe kicker training boost. Get that rookie's kicker kicking a little better. But yeah, let's send to the midseason mark. Last year we were 12-4, made it to the NFC Championship and lost. Hoping for similar results, except this time we get to the Super Bowl this year because we got to get a Super Bowl win, man. We are 4-3 at the midseason mark. Falcons and Saints are just doing really good. So Mike Evans is a free agent. We don't even really need to worry about these because it's the final season. Upgrading players. Let's see what that William Escobar's development trait is. I think it should be pretty good. I'm gonna say star. Yep, he's a star development player. He looks really good. It was a good pick. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, let's go ahead. Frustrated receiver. We're gonna get you more involved because we do need to get Mike Evans more involved. Alright, morale boost. So let's go ahead and sim to the playoffs. Jaguars are 6-1, so it's gonna be tough. I don't think we're gonna make the playoffs, man. And we don't. That sucks, man. We finished 9-7. That's why I really wanted to come into that NFC Championship game because I knew we probably wouldn't get the chance again. So 4,400 yards, 35 touchdowns, 13 picks from our quarterback. Jonathan Taylor had 16 rushing touchdowns, almost 1,300 yards. Receiving, Chris Godwin and Mike Evans went over 1,000. Both Mike Evans had 1,100 yards, and Chris Godwin almost had 1,100. 5 touchdowns and 7 for him. 9 touchdowns for Devontae Adams, 5 for O.J. Howard, almost 800. Defensively, Devin White had 89 tackles. Sack-wise, 9.5 sacks from Shaquille Barrett, 7 from William Escobar. 3 here from Alexander, and then a couple of singles. So, I mean, our team wasn't as good as it was last year, obviously, but we did finish with a winning record. And we made an NFC Championship appearance. I just would have liked to win a Super Bowl, but
I think that drops us to 1-5 this year on the rebuild, so that sucks. But go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to my channel if y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all haven't seen the other rebuilds, go ahead and check them out. They're in my realistic rebuild playlist. But y'all have a great day. Peace, guys. Had a lot of fun doing this, and have a great day.